So where we left off, right? You guys were going to went to the local, we'll say the local town, traveling town, what we're going to call it, traveling sales caravan. So, out in the labyrinth, right? Uh, not much grows there, not much whatever happens there. It's just passageways that are taking you from point A to point B. There are some exceptions to that at some locations, like when you guys were at the. Oh man, my brain. Where the keeper of the keys is the oh man, Smithy. Thank you. It was on the tip of my tongue. So they have the capability to growing a little bit of food in its location, but that's unusual. Like it's usually just passageways. So it's not unusual for have, we'll call it the equivalent of traveling merchants that travel through paths of the labyrinth with food, with goods, even with magic items. Highway to hell, sure. To make a buck, right? Because otherwise you guys are in a food desert, so to speak. So you leave Gaelig behind to go do some shopping. He points out this location where the caravan usually stops, because you'll have to travel back potentially if you were going to one of the other locations that you were going to go to get there, right? Until he sets up his Fulton door, and then depending if it's in range and all that kind of stuff. So you went over here, and while you were here, you somewhere, I had text where one of the merchants, it says buried in this wall of us chatting for the last 2 weeks. But here we go. Okay. So, up, I'm close. Up a little further. There we go. There's a is it vampire? Basically, son of vampire, who's running one of the tents. And was it a she? Was it a he? I don't remember what I put down. It doesn't matter. They say, I'll try a vampire voice at some point. So you are an adventuring group. Yes. I have a job that I could contract you for and see if you can complete it. I see you have a dragonborn with you, and that will be of great use.
Huzzah!
So, if you're interested,
he's scaly. He's cool.
I'm looking for someone who is willing to travel to the city of Harkesh in Midgard. In there is a there is a number of magical, I will call it almost factories in such a word, where they create a lot of potions and scrolls of rare magic. And I would looking for someone who could try and sneak in, break in, whatever works to try and get some of those items, and I would pay you quite a bit for it.
So an acquisitions run where you don't ask questions.
Yes. Very good.
I like doing both.
Don't worry, you can answer her questions. They will not bother you.
Can we drink the
The rest of
potions
us are very
right away?
discreet.
How familiar with you are the of the city of Harkesh and its denizens?
Not at all. We would love to hear more about
Yeah, I
that.
don't think I've ever been there.
Okay. She like waves to one of her helpers to mind the store, and he sits down with you and says, "Well, Harkesh is in the middle of the empire of Midgard. They are a country that is really ruled by a group of dragons. There are how many? I don't remember. There's 9. I do not think they would be pleased with that. There are 9 great dragon lords, which I'll say more or less run the empire as a group. There is a sultan that is the figurehead of the empire, and this person would do the bidding of whatever the Council of 9 decide, right? No one on the council really trusts one another enough to pick one of themselves to be the actual leader of the country. So instead, they agree on, like I said, more or less a puppet, and they lead the empire on their own. And she like pulls out like a partial map of the empire, which looks like that. That's not all of Midgard by any stretch, but that is the extent of the empire, more or less. The capital is Harkesh, which is roughly in the middle of that map. The Dragon Empire is pretty much continuously warring with its neighbors. So they're always looking for a fight. And because of that, they're always needing to generate anything they can to help their forces continue to conquer their neighbors. So that's the whole purpose of this. Again, location, magic factory, magic workshop, however you want to look at it. There's certainly more than one throughout an empire that big. I just happen to know someone who is connected with one of those locations, and you will have to figure out how to acquire where the location is from them. How you do it is up to you. Whether that's watching where they go, pulling them in a quarter and threatening them, I don't care. You just have to figure it out. I ask no questions.
Let the dice roll and land where they may.
Indeed. Really within the Dragon Empire, if you are not a dragon or a cousin, we'll say, of a dragon, you're pretty much looked as the lowest class inside the city, right? So anything humans, dwarves, you name it, if you're not dragon-ish, you're not really going to be looked on, not that you're looked on unfavorably, but you're certainly among the bottom of the social pyramid. From there, it goes up from there. You know, kobolds do a lot of working, and then there's the people themselves, or parts of the army, or the nobles, and it works their way up, right? So it's not bad that you have a dragonborn among you, since that will you know help smooth things over if need be. John, whatever you're eating, you got to bring enough for everybody.
Yeah.
Slowly puts himself on mute while he eats.
A couple pistachios, you know.
Oh, pistachios, very nice. Because I'm telling
So, what is your plan in all this? How do you plan on getting us there? Are you going to just drop us off at the outskirts of town, or are you just pointing us in a direction?
I can point you in a direction. Not far from here, there is a magical bell tower. They can easily transport you, via their bell tower. They have access to a number of portals, and they can certainly get you to a spot inside the city. Or near the city, depending where you want to go. But it shouldn't be too much of a problem to get you there. It's only a short distance from here. Let me do this. This didn't come out exactly perfect, but I tried. Let's see. I'm just going to throw some people on here. 1, 2. Wrong person. 3. And 4. So I tried to blow this map up, and AI being what AI is, it came out pretty well, but some of the letters might be a little bit off. But this is the city, and they lay out this map. The city of Harkesh. A lot of the action, as it were, tends to happen in the inner harbor, but there are certainly other locations around the city for sure. So you could be, somewhere outside the gates, and so forth, or you could be, somewhere in town. I'm sure the monks of the bell tower can certainly take you within reason somewhere within various locations near or in the city.
Look at Thud, and I ask him, are you particularly attractive as a dragonborn, or are you noble of any nature?
If I
Thud?
recall, neither.
You are neither attractive nor noble.
Yeah, let me just double check here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, pretty much neither.
Nice.
Yep, there you go.
But we don't have a lot of bartering to get into the city to
It
get
shouldn't
to where
be
we're going.
too much of a problem. There is a gambling hall that is very popular within the old city. I think if you were to go there and flash enough gold, I'm sure there's like a buyer's minimum to get in. But being adventurers such as yourself, cash in enough gold, they'll let you in, and then you can try to find someone there. I don't have the person's exact name, and she'll give like a rough description of the person, but there's a number of people in there who like to gamble, both nobles and magic users and so forth. You should be able to follow almost any one of them and figure something out. I'll see if I can.
Someone in our group who likes to gamble.
Yeah, there you go.
I resent that, Mark.
What's gambling?
The
Gambling is what we do every time we go on an adventure with you, little one.
Ooh, I like it. Let's do it more.
The-
10 on black.
the gambling hall, and you can gamble as long as you people want. I don't care. The gambling hall itself, because it's a very posh and a lot of powerful folks will pop in from time to time. It is well guarded. It is generally under various anti-magic castings are in and around the area. There's lots of ways to cheat with certain spells and or peek or however you want to do it. So generally, they try various incantations and so forth to try and keep the gambling, shall we say, on the up and up.
I like being up. Let's do it.
And I may have missed this. So we are trying to find a person who's going to give us something that we're going to pick up.
Let me give.
No, we're going to steal something.
I was trying to be tactful, but yes. So we're stealing something from somebody who doesn't want to get rid of it, and we're going to find them at this gambling hall.
That's out of character. In character, yes, yeah, we're being hired to acquire something from this individual.
And I'll give you a name. I meant to get a name. I just
I was
didn't.
about to say, are we getting? I was like, it's going to be really hard if he doesn't
I'll
even
give
actually
you a
give us
name.
a name or a description.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
You can also hand wave and be like, yes, this is you. You were given a name, and that's fine.
I realize I never gen one, so I'm just going to gen one now.
His name
Kermish.
is Drag.
I like
Bob
the name.
it is.
I like this name because it's going to generate a lot of Kermit the Frog things or something like that. But we'll just go with Kermish as the person's name.
Kemrish.
Kermish.
Kirby.
Thank God for the fantasyname-generators.com.
I use that site regularly.
Yeah.
So what do we know about?
Was to bring back
Kemrish?
a bunch of half-filled magic potions.
What do you know? We know he likes to gamble. We know he is a major player in their stuff. He might be in charge of one of their sites, or at least he's one of the people in charge of one of their sites. Where that might be, we don't know. They keep all these things secret, so you have to figure out how you're going to get that information from him.
Find that. Okay.
Yeah.
And the sites is like antiques, or is it more illicit than that? Do we know what we're trying to acquire?
Potions and scrolls, or any other magic things that they're creating at this location.
Yeah. Generic magic items.
Yep. I mean, the spells that they use are kind of rare, so I can't describe them for you. I'll say that if it's a potion, I'll pay you 3 times the normal price of the potion. If it's a scroll, I'll give you 5 times the normal price of the scroll. So it depends on the spell level of the spells that you find. You find me first level spells, not so sexy. If they're 5th or 6th level spells, well then, there's money there.
Okay.
And
Do the spells have to work?
as we're walking away and out of earsight, That's assuming that we just don't take him or this information and keep all of it for ourselves.
You are certainly free to do that.
Well,
Nobody's judging
I'm not
here.
gonna. We have not exactly fallen on the best side of the law so far. So, we've been dancing with that line a little bit.
Morally flexible.
All right. So, what are you guys thinking? We send. I don't think. It seems like this is a racist bunch. They only like the Dragonborn. So, do we think we can get Chance or Daffodil in to gamble, or will it have to be Thud?
I knew I
always
should
let
have
my
taken.
servants in.
I knew I
Okay.
should have taken the disguised self
There you go.
invocation.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
only a racist question
Dragonborn.
if you say this might be a racist question beforehand.
No, I said they're a racist bunch because they're not going to be pleased with us.
Your money
I was
is just
judging.
as
I wasn't.
your money is just as good as everyone else's.
Okay.
But that being said, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of Dragonborn, kobolds. I mean, this is Kobold Press. You got to have a whole country of kobolds. Whether drakes, wyverns, whatever else you can dig up around here, dragons. Yeah.
So I should probably not inquire about the sport of kobold punting.
No, that would probably not be a great thing.
You really do have to ask that at a much higher level of the echelons because at some point, kobold hunting is still totally part of their culture. You just have to be really rich.
Okay, just as long as you guys know, the first place we're going is the Wyvern Stables because she just said she wants to ride a dragon.
We are staying as far away from the wyvern stables as possible.
She wants to ride a dragon.
All right, if you're good the entire adventure, we will stop by the wyvern stables on the way out.
Okay.
How do I regain my
I've always been
charges,
good.
my wand of detection?
How do you regain it?
So,
Did you lose it?
Is there like a button? No, like I've spent 2 of the charges, and it's been many days. It's supposed to re-up on changes of days.
Aren't you supposed to roll a 1d6 or something like that? That's
It's
how
only got
my,
3
wand
charges.
of
This
It's only got 3
my-
charges, and I roll 1d3 each dawn, and it's been 2 days. So regardless, I should
Okay,
be
then
at
just-
full. I'm just trying to figure out how to actually do it.
Where is that
I guess
stupid
I could just
one?
edit the item.
Flash
I guess I could just edit the item and change it.
1d3.
There, did that do it? Oh, it says if on long rest. Okay. I would have
It says-
accepted long rest.
It says magic detection 3 out of 3 for me.
I just made it that way. I forced it to be that way.
Whatever.
I edited the item, but yeah, I was like, I'm trying to figure out why I wouldn't do it. Sorry, it's completely distracting.
No, it's
I haven't
okay.
been in the actual system for a while.
Yeah, it's more than fair.
Look at Daffodil just swimming up there.
She's just checking out the map.
She turned into an otter.
So we got to get in. We got to get to the gambling hall, and then we either have to become friends with the person, have him owe us a favor, or threaten him. Does anybody have a preference?
Blackmail's the best mail.
Only if
Yeah.
you're the one sending, not receiving. Return to sender.
Well, I guess the first step is to find out how close this tower can get us.
Yeah, more than fair. So, just because I made an effort today to reuse old maps, so you leave the traveling the traveling store, or whatever you want to call it, and you continue walking. It's not that far, and this is a pretty. I mean, you're still in the void, right, or near the void. That's why the path had such a space motif to it, and eventually, after a number of hours, it starts to change and have more of a cloudy or cloud or sky look to it, and I could not make this blend any better than I did. But basically, it turns as you get closer to celestial realms to a path of clouds, and you see a tower off into the distance.
Whee!
Um, so I'll assume that you make your way over to the tower, and
Whee!
yeah, Thud and the other group had a fight here, and it was a fun time. But this is a tower constructed by servants of the Dreaming God, and it's housed by a group of monks that run the tower and follow that god. And you knock on the door, and they let you in. They're used to having visitors come looking for travel, and they say, yes, for a small donation to the monks of the Dreaming God, we would be happy to transport you to many locations across the labyrinth.
We offer this
Stuff
tiny
with dreams.
acolyte. We offer this tiny perspective acolyte for you, that keeps on running around your tower as donation.
I like dreams. They taste funny.
See, already acclimated.
I would fear that this one would just disrupt the tranquility of the tower more than we would want. As he kind of takes a look at Daffodil running around in circles and so forth. Is there anything else that you could offer?
All she needs is a little bit of weed.
Hint, hint, hey guys. Okay, I get it. No, I'm just kidding. If you've ever seen Ace Ventura, this reminds me of exactly that. And Paul, thank you. That's just hilarious. Okay, continue. Number
We
two.
we would gladly offer a small donation. They do not come smaller than our dear Daffodil. However, we can. I don't know. What are we thinking,
Yeah,
guys?
you could take
Like
this,
gold a
and
piece?
she just kind of like tosses 175 gold up in the air and runs away.
He
I
looks
guess
around.
that'll work.
He looks around. And is like, well, sure. That seems to be enough. He doesn't try to count it. He just looks around and mentally kind of scans it, and is like, that's got to be within the range of what we're looking for. And it really gets rid of this tiny creature from running circles around his tower. That's probably okay. Where
One
did
of these days, one of the temples will take our original donation offering.
So where were you going?
It starts with an H.
Harkesh
Harkesh?
Midgard.
Yes, not a problem. He's still watching Daffodil run around in circles, and he's like, if you want, for a slightly larger donation, I could send that creature wherever you want.
She
I
has her
want to go
uses.
everywhere.
Huddle.
So I don't mind her coming with us, but does she have to come back?
That is entirely up to you.
Why are you
Uh,
guys still talking?
Oh, don't worry, little one. One day we'll find you your forever home.
He's like that little ugly chihuahua everyone's trying to pawn off. Do you want to watch him for a little while? I love it. Speaking of, can we make your like tokens like a little tiny smaller in any way, shape, or form?
make the token smaller.
They want to. He wants to change the scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, you scale
Oh,
a token down.
you might be able to edit the thing and
I can. I
reduce
just tried.
number. Yeah.
I keep forgetting how to do it properly, so it never works for me.
At any rate, Harkesh, and he signals one of the other nearby monks, and you hear the bells of the tower, of the bell tower, to give certain chimes in a I don't want to say foreboding. What would be a dragon melody? I'm not sure, but we'll go with foreboding. And in the main room, a portal opens up. Well, I guess before I get to that, did you want to be? I assume you want to be in the town or near the town. Where are you looking? I can pull that back up again.
Oh well, we're ultimately
Weaver
going
Ranch!
to,
The
going to
Weaver
go
Ranch!
gambling.
The Weaver Ranch!
We're ultimately going to casino.
Okay, it's probably somewhere near the old harbor. Sure, there's a gate in there. We can send you there. So with that, like I said, the chimes go off in a certain.
Oh.
It doesn't sound. It sounds like the chimes that determines the portal itself. Like it doesn't sound like I said, what you would hear at a church when it's 12 o'clock or something. It definitely sounds like a dragon motif melody. I can't think of one right now, but we're going to go with it. So the portal opens, and I presume you all jump through, including Daffodil, whether she was willing or
I
not.
will tow Daffodil by her ear.
Fair enough.
I was just
And
about to try to throw some like gold at his face to get us to portals to Wavern Stables, but to see if that messed up
Before the
his
gold
concentration
leaves,
and dropped us somewhere random.
before the gold leaves her hands, I have already attempted to stop that coin from flying.
One's got my hand, one's got my ear. Ah.
I was trying to give you a cloth that had essence of ether on it, so
That's what you use
One-
your alchemist hours for, eh?
One thing
little
I'm
bit.
not really clear on,
Sure.
especially with Midgard, because I've never played the Cobalt Press setting.
sure.
How aware are people of the labyrinth?
You know, I would say maybe not the labyrinth per se. They're certainly aware of various ways of travel. So I would say if you read the Midgard book, it is, I want to say, kind of pre-labyrinth. They certainly take some of the ideas of the book and expand on them. For example, like there are what they call like way lines, like magical. I'll call it almost streams of energy,
Veins of,
almost.
yeah.
Yeah, and they can use them to
Yeah,
travel quickly throughout the map, as well as the
Okay.
concepts of the world tree and something like that is also in the book. And there's a couple of world trees that are attached to the labyrinth, or not attached to Midgard, that you could use to travel. So
Okay,
it
so
is.
No one's gonna
Kinda like,
freak if
it's
we'd like
not-
pop out in midair.
No one's gonna
Yeah,
freak.
it's just it's not unheard of, but those that know about the labyrinth, and like the ones that just randomly teleport or travel around, just like, oh, that's just something that happens, like
I
whatever.
mean,
But
let's
like
face it.
the ones that
If there's
know about the
any
labyrinth, no.
yeah, if there's any form of magical presence, I mean, they're gonna. I mean, apparition has got to be a thing. Fast travel like that. So
Yeah. And I'll say to make it easy, because this is going to be a little bit of theater of the mind, because I didn't know where the heck you guys are going to travel in this crazy city. So there's only so many maps I prepared today. Um, you arrive in like another church for the Dreaming God, right? It's small. They don't have a big following here in Harkesh, but there's a spot where you portal opens up in this small church, and you walk through. Man, I do have the hiccups today.
Well,
I can't stop.
that is promising with regards to being able to return this way. Also,
There you
the
go.
fact that it's in one of their churches.
Yeah. But I'll say, like, in general, when you talk about traveling to other places, if you're reading the Midcar book, what I recall of it, like, yeah, you could use the one of the trees to do that, for example, but the way lines were more around traveling throughout Midgar itself and not to other, we'll say, planes of existence. So in that sense, I think they expanded upon the idea that was in the Midgar book. And I would say if you want, like, if you're ever looking for a world for yourselves as a DM, the Midgard World Book is just absolutely ridiculous. That's all I've got to say. It is by far the most detailed world book I have ever seen. It's how many pages is this ridiculous thing? At least on the PDF, we'll go by the PDF. It's 466 pages, and it's all lore. All of it, pretty
Damn.
much. Like 98% lore. So yeah, it is quite ridiculous. At any rate, you come out. Even though you're all sitting at the stables, I'm assuming you're just a little bit south of that, or maybe you're not. Maybe you're trying to keep Daffodil happy. What do I know?
They
we were trying to
never
figure out where
are.
you were going to tell us to be on
Don't
the map.
tease me like that.
Oh, we'll say like
Daffodil
right
has
around
earned the
here. How
stables.
about we'll say right around here. You're inside the old harbor, but you're in that area.
Giants. We're giants, dude.
There you go.
And yeah, I have no clue how to figure out how to unscale her.
Yeah, it's in the token settings, and I don't have access to it. So
Yeah, the difference between cloud DMing and off of my computer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, that's something else I got to do in my spare time. So I did support, like I said before, Draw Steel, and they just came out with their own VTT just for Draw Steel. So since I backed it, I think they gave it to me for like, I don't know, $1 or something like that. I think it's normally like $20 or $30, but it's on Steam. So I booted it today for a couple seconds. I'm like, that's nice. I don't know, have any idea how this works, and then I shut it back down.
Shut up. Oh no. What?
On that note, I got my own router instead of the stupid one that Spectrum gives you, so I can actually access the settings. And I'm hoping that when I get it set up, I might be able to find a way, so like a VPN or something, to get past their stupid firewall that blocks IP, stops me from hosting anything.
Oh, nice.
which means I'll be able to use the web server that's sitting in my closet doing nothing. The most overpowered file server in existence, I think.
You have to have some powerful files.
So yeah, you come out of the church, and like right across the street there is some gardens. Is it gardens? Yes. As you look around, while it is a big city by every stretch of imagination, they do try to have quite an amount of greenery within it. Not necessarily you would necessarily expect from a dragon empire. You would expect everything to be kind of crispy crittered, but yeah, they do have their fair share of gardens.
Is diversity of dragons here? I mean, we're looking at all the different chromatics.
I mean, I would say could be, right? I mean, it could be of any form, and of course, Kobold Press has their own version of dragons. But if you're looking, scroll.
My follow-up question to that is: do they adhere to the Dungeons and Dragons like green is poison, red is fire, blue is ice type stuff?
Oh yeah, they ported over those dragons, and then they have their own versions of it. Like some time ago, another thing I was DMing, some of these folks were there. You guys ran against a sand dragon. That was a fun one. Didn't fight him though. That's a shame. He would have been fun. But yeah, I would say as you look around, you see, and it's hard to exactly say, right? But we'll say roughly I'd say roughly 2/3 of the folks that you see walking around are either probably kobolds or dragonborn, right? And then the other 1/3 is, I'd say, mostly humans, but also a scattering of other races, right? And I'll say that also this is part of the lore dump I tried to do recently. They talk a little bit about the country, and that historically for quite a while the sultan of this country was a human until I'll say some battles went kind of sideways, and she was replaced by a dragonborn. But either way, it's not one of the dragons themselves. Like I said, they don't trust one another enough for one of them to be the official leader, and they go by committee with this guy supposedly following the rules of the committee.
Power behind the throne is a lot less likely to be target of assassination.
There you go.
All right. Is that for my sneezing? Hildravog? Oh, your friend from the world that we were inside of the world. Yeah, a dragon, void dragon.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh man,
Right.
that void dragon! I forgot all about him. Oh crap!
Yeah.
We're friends with that void dragon.
On dragons.
They still owe us a favor.
100%.
I don't know. Farmers keeps track of debts, so
That's fair.
Daffodil just loves making friends, and that guy swore to her that we were friends, and she's gonna make him keep his promise.
That's more than fair. By the way, can I
So
just ask a
is-
We
quick
held our
question?
bargain. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Is your screen, like the Ford screen, blinking every now and then?
No, my
Ah,
Ford
You should
is
refresh
fine.
though.
all right.
Yeah,
Maybe it's
mine's
just.
fine. We don't even have the little creepy crawlies around this time, and it's refreshing.
Don't say that. He'll put it on every map.
No, damn it! Sorry, guys. Fuck.
No, it's okay. I'm taking the break from the creepoid Phalar, so that was always a fun time.
Smacked your own screen enough times. You're like, shit. I put that on.
I'm going to do a refresh of my browser because it's still doing it every now and
All
then.
right.
Just
So
real
so what
quick.
do you think, guys? Go do the very is the lowest stakes gambling as possible until we spot this person that that they told us about.
Just wanted
Yeah,
to
I think
do
we need to go to the
anything low
gambling hall.
stake.
Well, that way you're not tied up in a high stakes game when he comes around, and then we can go join whatever game he joins.
Should we just send Davidil to the Wyvern stables right now and just get that over with while we all take care of the mission?
Here,
I
kid,
don't
go
know.
have fun. We're gonna be
She's
criminals.
she's kind of bite sized.
I have a hard time believing that she's going to be helpful in a subterfuge type mission.
Okay, out of character, real talk. Convinced her anything is a fucking game. In character, she's innocent as pie.
I know. We're trying to convince her.
Well, think about it. If they actually manage to have slot machines in this world, that ding 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 count, she's mesmerized.
Yeah.
Don't tell her that. No, she has never heard that.
Just watch the spinning ball.
That
She's like
Right.
ADHD to the max, man. You think
that
sights, sounds, and colors isn't going to stimulate her enough to like like you might have this distraction just by putting her in there.
What do you think?
that
Red, black, or green, Daffodil?
that
All
sound
of it.
effect, that sound effect on the slot machines is actually carefully calculated
Mhm.
to psychology. That's why even though it's all digital nowadays, they still have the coins hitting
Yep.
Why
the
do you
tray.
think all the music nowadays are made with the same tones and beats and shit? It's all within that a certain
Yep.
frequency that they don't want to go out of it. That's why a lot of people are like, ugh, metal and punk and stuff are like, ugh. But like all the
I
mainstream media are all within a certain
yeah.
vibration and
What are you
frequency
talking about
just to
recently?
keep us
Taco Bell's canon
like
was the
that.
same four chords.
Stopped about. I mean, I lived in Vegas for 8 years, and you pick up things, and it's crazy.
That is wow. Okay, yeah. You gotta like see it firsthand, just like fucking affect people. Wow, that is
I
crazy.
was there 2 separate times for like 3 days each. I feel like I was there for 4 years. I'm good.
Yeah, we went once or twice. It was I'm not a big gambler, so we
Right.
mostly went for the shows and the food and such.
Yeah, I
I went on work trips
actually
both times. It was like just 3 days. I looked like I was hollowed out. It was crazy. So
I lived there for 8 years. I think I spent maybe $5 at the slot machines.
yeah,
Oh, combined over all those 8 years.
Good willpower, dude. Like, one second, can you
oh,
hear this? That's my applaud for you.
nice,
It's not my cheeks clapping. Those are my hands.
nice. Yeah, is it kind of like the whole like when I lived in DC, I never went to go see any of the sites. You're just there. I was like, yeah, I don't go anymore.
Yeah, I live at the beach. I appreciate the drive, the viewpoint as I drive by on my way to the store. I've gotten so used to the ocean that
Yeah,
There's a difference between being used to and still appreciating. Know what I mean?
it's gorgeous. I have yeah.
But that's a philosophical talk for maybe in an hour or two when we're done D&D.
Yep, sorry. We
It's
got
okay.
distracted.
It's
But
okay.
this all started because we're trying to figure out how are we distracting Daffodil so she doesn't ruin the mission.
And you distracted the entire group instead.
I know, and she's already over here. Ah, no, I'm just kidding.
A couple of us were rolling the dice in the background to see if we were successful. Did you catch those?
But like, if you're serious, just tell her it's the only way that she can go ride dragons at the stables.
So, man, you had a whole conversation in Foundry. Okay, sure.
Yeah, we've been doing that. Sorry.
That's okay. I wasn't on that part of the thing, and I didn't see the pop-ups, but it's all good. All right, so the four of you going to the casino, or are you
Yeah,
sounds like
dropping
it.
off? Okay, sounds good.
Who's gambling? Who's our?
Are we gonna have an
we-
actual like Ocean 11 style plan? Or are we just gonna go in there as we do by the fucking seat of our pants and figure out how we're gonna do this in the moment?
That was
I'll-
kind of my
no-
question. Was like, are we setting somebody up to be the gambler? Are we separate people? What are we doing now?
No plan survives contact with the enemy. Therefore, why make it in the first place?
And there he goes, living by his namesake again. Okay, Chance, let's do it. She's with you. Oh my god. You are like her perfect partner in everything. I don't know
Right.
why, but
So I
Well,
look
I
at
mean,
Thud.
the first part was Murphy's Laws of Combat. So
Yep. So now I look at Thud.
she
Now that
doesn't
the
even know which
distraction
way she's
team is
going,
oriented.
but she just ran somewhere.
And
Where am I going? I back out. No. I have a button there on my remote. Dude, your mouse is cool. I keep finding new buttons.
oh, that's a running joke with my family because I have I have an MMO mouse, and the side of my mouse has 16 buttons.
one of those
Yeah.
Yeah.
Naga, was it?
Whoever it is, this is actually a whose is this? This is Red Dragon, but it has like. So I was like tease my family and stuff because I'm like, your mouse don't have enough buttons, and it's kind of like a running joke. So like last week I was talking to my one son, and he wants a new mouse for his birthday, and I'm like, oh, your mouse doesn't have anywhere near enough buttons. And he's like, no, Dad, I don't need a mouse with 16 buttons. And my wife's sitting next to me, and she like goes over and moves my mouse, and she like shakes her head like she didn't realize the mouse I used had that many buttons just on the side of the mouse.
And hell, he
You have to
said
get
that.
him. You have to get him the old school like Macintosh mouse now, the one that only has one button.
There you go. That's the rasm. But yeah. So Daff, are you running off just to like? Do we have to like have a thing for a lost
I was
child?
trying to like head in the direction of the gambling den until I realized I didn't know which direction it was, and I stopped myself while you guys were talking before I went outside of our bounds.
Well, you
So
find
I'm
the
still
gambling
technically
hall.
like
I want to
Okay,
say
cool.
you're there, right? It's a big ass building, if you want to think of well, some of you probably haven't been
look for the bright lights, Daffodil.
to Trump's Taj Mahal or something like that, but it is a big ass building for sure. You have to give like 1,000 gold to get in. They give you 1,000 gold like chip equivalent, so you have your gambling chips, and you can cash out with the same thing. So they're not keeping your money, but they want that deposit before they let you in to make sure they're keeping out the riffraff,
that
as it
buy-in.
were. Yeah, and then yeah.
So do you want me to minus the 1,000 gold right now?
No. Just have it. So if you like, be an ass and run off, you're gonna lose 1,000 gold. Daffodil might not care, but I'm just saying they've got that as part
Kind of what I was
of
saying.
retainer and
What
so
I
forth.
heard, what I heard is Daffodil is losing 1,000 gold on this trip.
Yeah, is that per person or?
Yeah, per person.
Or for per group. Okay, that's what.
Holy crap! Not the thing, but this new map. Wow,
That's an elaborate carpet, dude. I like it.
this is a big
So
freaking map.
it is.
Zoom
It
all the
is
way.
a big ass map.
There's so many.
Um, you got your craps, you got your various games of cards. I was going to say games of chance, but we have someone called Chance. So roulette, whatever you
They're
might
all his
want.
games.
Yep.
Hey, Mr. DM, do you need to go refill your drink right now? It seems kind
I
of
do.
low.
I
No, you
I
stay here, farmers. Just stay the fuck here.
Aw.
You're gonna talk behind the DM's back. Sure, I can take a walk for 30 seconds. I'm gonna state that as you look around the walls of the room, you see various arcane symbols that lead you to believe that magic really isn't working in this hall, right? To keep everything on the up and up. And as you look at your weapons or whatever else, or Daffodil tries to pull out her wand of web, it's like So
Trying to
I'll
run
take
off
a
walls and
walk.
just falling on her ass. Okay, all right.
I'll
No,
be
that's
right
all
back.
Thank you for
I
the
feel like he's
disclaimer,
doing
DM.
the fake step away thing. Like I'm gonna get quiet.
100%. Ruffling the mic. But hey, seriously, we only got 30 seconds, guys. How many like dice shenanigans do we got that use abilities and not magic?
Oh, I'm out. I got nothing. I got bardic
You should have
inspiration.
long rested by the time we got here. Did anybody else not do that?
No, but like I'm magic.
Okay. Oh, fair. I guess I see what you're saying now. Well, you got the charm and the charisma and stuff like that. That you could be like, you could be another part of the plan. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
I'm
plan on
just
going to the bartender and asking some questions.
I'm
That's
just
my plan.
I'm just pure luck.
All right. All right. All right.
I'm actually looking at around these views, and I see like one very suspicious character over at the bar with a shroud, but that is like the one that I'm not seeing duplicates of.
Is
So
Agreed.
some of us will go around and play a couple of games, and Pharmacist will do his sleuthing.
Yep.
Oh,
So
you're
I
back. Oh shit.
I plan on going to the bar,
go for it.
and
I'm
so I can
back, by
role
the
play
way.
properly. And so I can role play properly. I too am going to refill my drink. Should still be able to hear you guys.
So I'm assuming that the south end there is the high rollers tables. 'Cause
Absolutely.
It,
Yeah.
elevated.
It's elevated. There's guards that are watching on both sides of the staircase. This
And there-
you
and
do
there
see
appear to be some-
people. Yep.
There appear to be some unique characters up there also.
Yeah, they
Out of
seem to be a
character,
bit more
Chad?
unique for sure.
Out of character, I think the high rollers pay more than the just standard $1,000 to get in. So I think if we came up there, we'd kind of get laughed at, just like the regular Joes trying to get into like the back table casino games. You know what I mean? The ones that aren't supposed to be there. So maybe
Dunno.
we should try to win a couple games and stir a ruckus before we try to go in there out of character. In character, Daffodil is on your heels going, what are we going to play?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna start with some cards. I mean,
Oh,
although
what are cards?
the dice are just pure random.
All right, I'm back. By the way,
Fair enough. So I was originally, I was debating how to do this, whether I had to actually find actual card set that works with Foundry, or we're just going to roll skill checks. So I was going to go with skill checks or something similar, just because that would be a little bit easier to do. And I guess it depends on the game as well, depending on what you're playing. So, what are you playing?
Probably going to start with either poker or blackjack. 'Cause although my name is Chance, so you would think the dice, like craps would be my thing, but that's a little harder to influence with skills.
That's fair. Obviously, if you go on blackjack, you're playing against the house. If it's poker, then you're really playing against the other people at the table. Depending on how you want to go with that.
Yep. But at the same time, rolling the dice is something easier to fudge with my dice fudging abilities. Because those are not magic.
Fair enough.
Teach her how to play blackjack just because it'd be fun to see Daffodil would go, hit me, until she just like overspends all of her money.
And
If that's gonna be how you play, then you don't even need to have anybody teach you. You just go up and start saying "hit me."
And since I was told to take a walk, I know Chance is doing his thing. Daffodil is being annoying to Chance. Pharmacist is getting alcohol. And what's Thud doing? Is he just here to watch the carnage?
At the bar.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thud is also at the bar.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Like by himself or walked up with pharmacist. Is Thud like still part of like the group, left. But not like I don't know those motherfuckers, like, or is it just like, these are my assholes and I need a drink?
I'm at the bar on the far left.
Yep, I see you.
Yep.
I get it. You're like, you're got an eye on him, but you're not sitting next to him. You're a respectful distance.
Right.
All right, Chance. What are we doing? You seem to be the designated gambler.
Whatever this table is, because it allows me to look up on the high rollers and see if the person we're looking for is up there.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's go with... Let me try something here. 1 second. I'm going to try and just ever so slightly play with this. All right, let's see if that makes a difference. Sorry. The screen was blinking again, so I was kind of wondering if I had it like a bit too small. We'll give it a shot. We'll say that's we'll go with blackjack. I'm fine with blackjack. I'll say this person over here is the dealer, and you've got your guys around it. You kind of watch them for a few minutes. You get the sense that they know what they're doing, right? You don't have to worry about them stealing your cards, we'll say. Not literally, but if you've played blackjack, you know what I mean. People get pissed off if you're playing or hitting when you should be standing, or vice versa. If you want to piss people off at a blackjack table, that's a good way of doing it. But yeah,
sit on this side of the table, so I can have a clear field of view, and the guard can see I am not cheating.
Okay, fair enough. So,
although I am.
Fair enough. Let's go with. Let's see. What should we go with? Well, the other people don't matter. So, do you want to roll? We could do this skill check. If you want to be more crazy about it, you could roll something like 2D. Well, if I do 2D11, that wouldn't quite work out. because of the thing. So I mean, if you want to roll, we'll roll a skill check. If that's disappointing, we can figure out some way to roll cards. But
Eh, it really honestly, as long as it's not too much money either way, I honestly don't care if I win or lose at this point. Winning is obviously better.
sure. So you're doing an insight check of 13. So is that just for?
Oh, that was Daffodil.
That was Daffodil. You're right. It is Daffodil. What are you doing, Daffodil?
Well, you guys were talking. I was just trying to like see who is friendly in there and wait for you to get down there. So you finish with a chance, and then you can deal with Daffodil. So don't worry.
All right. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. So, yeah. So let's do this. I like this. Let me do this so I can just do it this way. So I'm going to say this. Oh, that was dumb. I'm going to say, Chance, you see the dealer has a 9 showing, and you currently have 17.
Yeah. And I suck at gambling. That's why I never did cards.
That's fine.
He
That's fine.
stays.
So
He stays.
yeah.
Yeah, it did have 19. You had 17. You will lose on that one. We'll say you're at a relatively cheap table. We'll say 10 gold a hand, something like that. It's not the pennies table, but it's not like you're putting up hundreds of gold.
Yeah, and I'm mostly just here to watch the high rollers table.
All right, that's fair. We'll say over time. So what is your... Let's see. Let's do it this way. So you are... I like insight. I think insight... Well, insight for you is wisdom. We'll go investigation. Make an investigation check. And do you have any bonuses or something, other abilities that help you with that?
No, not here. I actually do have proficiency in dice, and I probably will move over to there eventually.
Okay. I'll say dice, so I'll say that I'll have you add 2 to the roll. Because, I mean, gambling. You're really good at dice. But it's not like you never heard of simple games like this before. Everyone's played blackjack. So you definitely been around gambling enough to know how to maneuver this. Dirty 20? Okay. I'll say you come out ahead of this. Overall, as you're playing for a little while, you'll end up with, we'll say... 500 gold. You did pretty well.
If I'm up 500, I will move over. Let's see, the nearest craps table is quite a ways away, but I'll move over to craps table.
All right.
And start
While
making money.
While you're doing that, I'll switch to Daff for 1 second to see what she's up to. Daff, what are you up to? I'm afraid to ask. Daff might have taken
She's
a walk.
stealing people's cards at a different blackjack table.
She might have
Literally
taken.
just about to caught me while I was about to take Bong Toke. Yeah, no, right before I was already on mute. So
It's okay.
Daffodil is looking for the friendliest, like the most warmest smile looking person, or the saddest looking person there, and she's gonna go either be friends with him or try to cheer him up.
All right.
That's what that 13 insight roll was for, to see who is happy and who is saddest.
Okay. I'll say at the table you're at to make it easy. We'll say that this person over to your left. Um, yeah, they're playing blackjack here as well, and they are clearly not winning at this.
Okay. She sits down and looks over to them or walks up and looks over to them and be like, "It's okay. Winning's not everything." Sits down. We play and just like slams a bunch of gold on the table. It's probably like 22 gold because her hands are small.
you know, he just kind of looks at you and, you know, um, you know, not really taking you seriously and kind of gives a nod and goes back to trying to not lose money. So, Daff, are you playing a couple hands here? Is what's going to happen?
Just gonna try, yeah.
You have any skills that you have that might help with that?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
There's survival, which probably won't last in the gambling den here, but the only one she has that might be good is insight, because that's her wisdom stat there. But these gals are all gambling dogs, so maybe animal handling.
Yeah, I mean, do an investigation because you never played this before either, right? Like, I don't think you have. Like, you don't have any gambling
Not
background.
at all.
And you've been always saying that you know squat ta about money. So this is all kind of new to you. With an 11, um, you generally have enough feel of the game, or maybe it's just dumb luck, right? I mean, backgammon's one of the easier games to understand what to do with. I'll say
She knows it has to deal with counting and luck.
yeah. Well, 11 is well. You do have a -1 investigation check, so
I 100% do.
yeah, you're doing all right. I'll say that you are maybe just losing a little bit of money. Like you're keeping you're within range of what you started with. Maybe in the end you're down maybe 50 gold or something like that. You've lost a few more hands than you won, but you're not embarrassing yourself with the guy to the left.
And she's doing it with a smile on her face the whole time.
Okay, that's fair. Uh, while you're doing that, just to ask, is Thud or Pharmacist doing anything more than just consuming the beverage of your choice?
So I specifically picked to sit in this space because this character at the bar is like the only one at a bar. And so I kind of am looking, and I know they're not unique, but I do want to see, like, is there anything relatively unique about them? Can I tell from them they are some form of special person or anything that might be related to anybody else? Like, is this somebody of importance?
I'll say doesn't seem to be anyone of importance. The folks down at this end of the room.
I do not see where you're showing. Sorry. There you
I'm
are.
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I zoomed out, so I got you now.
No, it's okay. I'll say the people at just like the back of the room seems to be the high rollers up on the pedestal, so to speak. This end of the room by the entrance. Yes, I mean you do have a certain minimum to get in here, but this seems to be more people eating and drinking. Maybe a little bit less of the nobility or high people here, high rollers or nobility here. They are, if they're getting food, those type of people, they're probably getting it at their table or something like that, right? this person's kind of alone and just kind of watching what's going on, and you know, he looks at you and Thud, and doesn't really seem to pay much mind to either one of you, and seems to be basically enjoying his drink.
All right. So, is consumed with his drink, looking around. Okay. So I will pick up my drink. I'll take a sniff at it, say something to the effect of, "Oh, this guy." I can't, and I'll look around and be like, "I can't believe they just let anybody in." And I will motion to Daffodil, and then I will wander off towards I'll say something to the effect that I'm going to look for my normal bartender, and then I'm going to go over to the bar up at the high roller section.
Okay.
Just straight up over here. Hopefully you don't have walls in. I'm just going to cross right over them all.
There is a wall, I think, on the thing there. So you have to go to the
I'm gonna hit
steps.
it. I see it. I'll go around. Yep. So with my drink in hand, I'm going to walk around this guard in case if he wants to stop me or anything. And I'm going to just mumble the entire way about freaking Jareth would have poured a proper Manhattan or some crap on the way.
No, they don't bother you. I mean, there's enough people. They're certainly watching you and the folks in this area a lot more than the people down below, but they certainly let you in for right now. Yeah, I drew walls because I had no freaking idea what Daffodil was going to do here, and if something went crazy, I had to at least put an invisible barrier there.
I love how all of our plans live and die by what Daffodil does. So
I told my dad
I go up to
tonight that I'm so proud of myself because today my DM said, "1 second, I gotta go refill my drink to prepare for whatever bullshit Daffodil has to deal with."
Yeah. So I go up to one of these bartenders and I'm like, "Is Jareth here?" Nah, forget it. Just give me and name some fantasy drink for this realm.
Yeah, fair enough.
Dragon blush or something like that.
Yeah, dragon blush.
Minotaur punch.
Yeah, they go.
The bards.
They go behind the bar and pull out, whatever the I don't know, rosé of choice. Whatever it might be. Yeah, and import for you. I'll let you.
And while I'm there, while I'm passing, I'm looking for anybody who actually does look. I want to see if there's anybody else casing the joint, like we are.
Okay. If you want to make a, I will say, we'll probably say perception check. Sure.
Anything altering this is normal, right?
Yeah, normal's fine, and it's a big place too.
Yeah.
I'll say with a 12, definitely it's tough to tell, right? There's a lot of people moving around. There's certainly guards looking around. They're probably not casing the joint. There's certainly an amount of people watching going on as well, but you don't necessarily see anyone particularly suspicious.
All right, and I'm going to keep an eye out, especially as Daffodil does some crazy things, right? Because we know it's coming. And then anybody who would be even remotely watching Thud.
Okay.
Basically people watching my party members.
Fair enough.
I don't know what you're talking about. Daffodils do something crazy.
I do not doubt that you have no clue what you're talking about.
Thud, are you up to any no good right now, or are you just simply continuing to nurse?
I am walking up and down this carpet looking conspicuous.
You're looking conspicuous?
I am here.
I love that.
He's trying to be the top of the
Go
wall.
to either Chance or the pharmacist and be like, "I'm their bodyguard." Or maybe the reason why you're so conspicuous looking is because you're nervous because you're Daffodil's bodyguard. You're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. That would make more sense. It's like, yo, dude, what are you doing? It's like, I'm her bodyguard. Like, look at that. Like, I don't know what to do. I
Give me a
know.
give me a performance check.
Me?
Yeah.
All right.
You're trying to look conspicuous, so I'm going to go with that. A 0.
Nice.
The fun trips. Oh, no.
So like the guard over here kind of walks up to you and he's just like, excuse me, sir, you okay? Seems like you might have had too much to drink. Kind of unusual for a barbarian, but you know, who am I to judge? You want to take a seat or something like that until you feel a little better?
I'm fine. I give him a little dragony, clicky hiss.
Okay. And he's like, oh, yeah, because, you know, Dragonborn are more of the higher status here. He's just like, oh, that's okay, sir. I didn't mean to, you know, offend in any way. You have a good time here. And he kind of like walks off for now. Keeping an eye on you, though. And you're just going to continue kind of, are you walking anywhere in particular or
I'll
whatever?
walk up to the roulette table here.
Okay.
There we go. Whee.
And pharmacist, make a perception check. Never mind.
Apparently, I'm really engaged in this, whatever he gave me. This is the strongest dragon blush I've ever had.
All right. So we have thought he's going to a table and so forth. So let's see what Chance is doing, and we'll go across the gambling tables here. So Chance, what are you up to, sir?
Rolling the dice, or well, depending. I'm either betting or rolling, depending on whose turn it is.
Okay, so this is craps. So again, you definitely know how to play craps. I guess so. I know how to play craps. I know enough to be dangerous. So are you basically going kind of simple here, or are you going like, you know, James Bond and calling out like 5 different bets that you're making on the thing?
I'm trying to make money because that's what gets me noticed by the right people. By the right people.
All right. Why don't you make another? I'm not going to do what I do last time. Was it investigation? No.
I have dice proficiency.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to just roll the dice proficiency then. Yep, that's fine. Man, how often do people get to use dice proficiency?
Yeah, right? What stat does that use?
I honestly don't frickin' know. If I look at it, does it say? It says intelligence.
Well, I think they all default to intelligence. Yeah, even Thieves' Tools defaults to intelligence.
But like that makes sense though, right? You would study your use of tools.
Well, the Thieves' Tools are dexterity because
That's
they
well,
modify sleight of hand.
Yeah, fair enough. You know, just because it really plays into your class and subclass that you chose, I'll let you use charisma, which is what you use for your entire class, right? Your whole thing is around, I mean, you know, your whole thing is around statistics and chance and manipulating it, right? So it really like delves directly into your subclass. So just use your charisma.
All right, so this is that, and if I have to, I will use that probability dice of mine.
And what does that do?
That's just the extra D8. It's like bardic inspiration.
Yeah, you can go.
It fudges the dice.
I'll let you. I mean, it's not really a spell that you're casting, so that should be okay. It's one of your abilities, correct?
Yeah, it's just an ability check. So,
Sure, you can tack it on.
oops, I used the wrong one. Okay, there we go. Eh.
So it adds another 3.
Yep.
Hold on real quick.
Yep.
Because I don't see this being a lot of. How far away are you? This is you right here?
Yep.
How close is that? Crap, I'm too far. I can't see. Okay, never mind. I'm too far away. I'll be repositioning myself a little bit later.
Okay. Give me 1 second because
And I remember just mostly looking for the person we're looking for.
well,
Yeah. During that, can I just move close? I'm going to want him to just move like 5 feet closer to just get in range to give him an additional bardic inspiration to it. Just to get him. I want him to be so amazing at it that it absolutely catches attention.
No, that's fair. So I'll say. So Bartic inspiration.
I can roll that one up too if you like.
Yeah. So how do you do that without creating attention to yourself? Because
that's actually the fun part about that. I'm trying to figure out how I would like shout something, like maybe at a bartender or something that would still provide inspiration to Chance about like, what are the fucking chances that we can get somebody to pour a drink properly here or something like that to give him like hearing his name across the room.
I'm sorry, I thought I was on mute for that bonko, but my character Malenko kind of did that same thing. It was like offhanded compliments, which was like, "Oh, look at that silly fool thinking he can do so good," And then it was like it just like was like, "Yeah, no, I can do so good," and like that was kind of his way to inspire his teammates. Was
Give
like
me
some way,
backhanded compliments.
It's like I don't mind it drawing attention to me.
Give me a performance check.
Actually, you know what? I was about to say that's what I could do. I could actually just stand up and be like, all right, I'm calling it right now. That guy right there. Performance. Normal. Jesus. Dice hate me today. Okay, that's 2 nat 1s in a row, by the way.
Oh, no. What?
The last one, the perception check was a nat
agent.
1. And then this most recent one was a nat 1 with the +5.
You can still give him the D8. Go ahead.
Okay, at least that wasn't a 1. That's another 4 on top of his.
So
that put you 22?
Okay.
Because it's 15 plus 3 plus 4?
No worries. Yeah, so Chance, I mean, Craps is one of those games that, I mean, if you know how to play it, really isn't the hardest thing in the world. I can't say I've learned much how to play it, but I've read it enough times that it's like, yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah, with what was it, 21? 22?
22.
22? Yeah, I mean, you're certainly winning at this. I mean, you're putting up like another maybe, let's see, before I said 500 for 20. So we'll say maybe 650.
I mean, if nothing else, this is funding some more gear for the group.
Yeah, fair enough.
I would assume you probably have to get to 10 times whatever the buy-in was to even get onto the second level here.
I don't know. I mean, you just walked up to that bar.
I walked to the bar, yeah. Not the tables.
Yeah, fair. With that,
Besides which, we haven't seen the guy yet.
yeah, if you want to make a, I know you've been looking for him, so why don't you make a perception check? Ah, he's on fire.
This is my element. We're in a casino.
There you go. We'll definitely say that as you look over at the obvious table in the back of the room with the rug under it, we'll say that this guy here kind of fits the description of the guy.
I just now need to secure myself an invitation to that table.
All right. So let's see what Chaos Daffodil is up to. What are you up to, Daff?
Oh boy, she's either losing gloriously or winning just as bad or great, I guess. Yeah. So I might do one more round at this table just
Yeah,
to
go
show
for it.
this guy that, you can either win and lose, or you could just lose and just get fuck over it and then go win somewhere else, because then she'll just go play another game. But like, this one's not for me, and just fuck off. So just was that an insight roll you wanted me to do, or was that an investigation? Because now that I kind of like figured out how to play the game, do you want me to do the same role?
I'll say that. Yeah, sure. I'll take that argument. I'll say I'll give you. At this point, it's more of a wisdom thing. You figured out the rules and whatever. If you want to give,
I can do just a wisdom check.
yeah, you can just do a wisdom check. I think that's fine. 12. Well, you're consistent. I think that was
Doing
better
one
before you got
better.
11 and one better.
Yeah,
I'll say
yeah.
that overall you've it's one better, but I'll say in the end you pretty much broke even, right? You rolled a little better. You might have made a couple bucks back to probably a slight loss. And at this point, this guy here, seeing that you're holding your own and he's broke, he is just gonna like sulk away like, man, I was shown up by a little girl who doesn't seem to know what the fuck she's doing. and he's gonna go and just go to the bar, and with his last, like, I don't know, 5 gold or something, whatever the ridiculous price is for alcohol here, he'll buy the whatever the special mixed drink of the night is.
Yeah, you go, buddy. I told you could do great things. And then she just feel like, thanks, guys. It was fun. Don't know what we were doing. Woo! And then she'll just go find a table with like a bunch of fun-looking people.
All right, sounds good. Thud, it looks like you're gonna do some roulette here.
Sure. Why not?
All right. So roulette's a crazy one. That's like high stakes bullshittery. I'll say
That's making it to the table.
yeah, fair enough. Let's see what I'm gonna do with you. Let's say, I mean, you're just trying to play it straight up.
I'll put it on a third. I'll put it on a third of the table, so I got 1/3 chance to win. I'll just roll a dice.
So are you putting all like 1,000 gold down?
Well, let's not go crazy.
All right, so you're gonna put like
100 on a third.
100 on a third. You're really spreading that out there. Okay.
No, there's a spot. 1/3 of the table, you win. So.
Oh, is there? Okay, so how much I know about the damn thing. Oh yeah, there it is. I see it. I see it in the little thing there. All right.
Just to make it easy, so I'll just roll.
Sure. If you want to roll 1d3, and if you get a 1, then you win. So slash R 1d3. On the roll again. Ah,
Hey,
nice.
there you go.
What is the so if it's 1 out of 3, he gets 3 times his money? Is that how that works?
We'll make it easy and say yes. I mean, knowing casinos, I'm sure you make slightly, ever so
Oh yeah,
slightly
it's
less than that, so they get some sort of cut over the long haul.
yeah,
But
they also have 2 numbers on the table that don't even equate to any of those bets.
exactly.
That's how they screw around with the odds on you.
Yeah,
But yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, with that, well, but I'm not going to say that. We're going to say you did 100, so we'll say you are up 33 gold. If if you want to, well, you know,
33.
we'll say you did it over time and you got a big hit. So,
I should have got 300.
yeah, we'll say 300. We'll say that you got 300 because you know you lost a bit, you won a bit, and you're consistently betting the same thing. So I'll just give you 300 gold.
Very good, sir.
I'm about to say I'm just doing it for one hand. I'll be here for all night if I'm going to make him spin every goddamn thing on the roulette wheel.
Nah.
All right,
If you put us in a casino, we're gonna play a casino.
there you go. Well, yeah, and that's what I was like, do I have to read all the rules of this thing? I was like, no, we got to make sure we just kind of at least boil it down a little bit. Pharmacist, you're still trying to watch stuff out, right?
I am. I don't know if because we're not close enough to communicate, if I've actually pegged the same target that we're actually looking for. So,
I don't know. You can make a perception if you want.
yeah, I think that would probably be the safest way to actually confirm that. Perception, normal. If I roll another freaking 1, okay, 13.
Yeah, 13. I'll say since you you know, are targeting the same part of the room that everyone else is, right? The high rollers area. I'm going to say a 13 after you look for a bit. Like, yeah, you kind of recognize there's probably a couple people over here that fit the bill, but that one goes there. Does it really play 2 to 1?
Yeah, it was some crazy number, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I looked it up.
And I was about to do the same thing. I had like a list of bets and payouts and everything like that, but trying to help you out.
There you go. So
Because yeah, if you put like it on a specific number and you hit, it's like 64 to 1 or like 64 times whatever you put down.
35 to 1.
Like Thank you. All right.
it's 30.
So yeah, now that I know who I'm looking for.
There's only 35 numbers on a roulette wheel?
No, there's more than that.
Technically,
but it only
because
pays
of
out
0 and
35 to 1.
00, there's 37. Or no.
It's 36 numbers, it looks like, because it's
36
3
plus
rows
0
of,
and 00.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, okay. I always thought there was more than
Yeah.
that. All right.
But yeah, for some reason I had 64 in my head. But we're also computer people, so that makes complete sense, right? All right. Now having a definite plan as to where the target is, I am going to probably take a minute to just kind of observe that area, see how the plays are going around, and see, first off, is he up, is he down, and who the people around him are, if there's like an easy mark over there.
Sure. If you want to make another perception check.
I figured that was going to be coming. Hey, it's getting better.
16. So yeah, you look over there and you see them talking to each other. So your 2 cents is that these folk, I mean, this person over here, this long-haired woman at each table is like, I'll say the dealer. I'll say that in quotes, right? Depending on what game you're playing. I'll say here they're playing poker, and she's just, you know, throwing out the cards from the shoe. So you have these 3 people here. You know, they definitely seem to chat and talk to each other pretty well, like they know each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would gather. This person here, yeah, they're at the table. They are definitely, we'll say, not the same status of the other three. You do see them occasionally say something to the person, so in a friendly way. Could just be because they're just being friendly, or they've been sitting for a while, so they've been talking a little bit, or maybe they're an acquaintance in some way, shape, or form. Not sure. And I would say this person is definitely losing out of the other three. That I don't know if that person is the mark, but they're not winning.
Right. Okay. So it looks like maybe not necessarily, kind of like in Rounders, right, where they're not necessarily teaming up on them, but they're very clearly the weak person at the table and
Yep.
try to figure out to go there. All right.
Yeah, you don't get a sense that they're teaming up on the person.
It's just Sharks and minnows, right? And she's the minnow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, there's a Geeth Yankee in here.
Is it, or is it a goblin? Which one are you looking at? Yeah, I was looking at that earlier. It looked like a goblin to me, but... Oh, no, you're right. Yeah.
That's definitely a Geeth.
All right.
Well, because that's a mechanist or whatever, the token for the mechanist.
Yeah.
You spend enough time on that page.
I moved myself up to the bar.
Okay. This damn map's so big, I gotta re-find you again. Up there you go.
Yeah, I just sidled up next to him.
Not next to the pharmacist, but close.
No, you were far away, and I just sidled up to you.
Okay, that's fair. So you guys are watching those people lose. Thud, I see you have staggered a little bit closer.
Staggered, he says.
Or
Why?
whatever you're doing.
That's coming up later.
You were the one who was saying that you were, trying to look intimidating. So are you still? What are you doing?
Conspicuous, sir.
Conspicuous.
I'm gonna go see if
All right.
they'll let me go walk right up the steps.
So, yeah, they let you. And I'll say that these guards, though, are definitely keeping a close eye on whoever is coming around.
How fast are you going there, Thud? You just like strolling, or are you just trying to like rush up?
Yeah, I'm just walking.
All right, because I want to come over, and I want to kind of like, quote unquote, talk you away from heading this direction instead of the guards, to see if I can cozy up to like, oh, no, I'm protecting this area as well. Don't step over here, and try to see if I can get like a little bit of demeanor there.
All right, so you're trying to stop
Look
him.
like I'm talking a drunk away from going to the high rollers table.
All right, you can give me a
I
performance
meander
check.
over this way.
There we go. That's definitely better.
And as he takes a turn, I will point him and be like, "Yes, the restroom's over there, sir."
Okay.
Right?
Yep. All
Okay.
good.
And do it in such a loud and brash manner that it's like I'm trying to call attention without like looking like I'm trying to call attention.
Yeah, and you can see the guards they were keeping an eye on the person, right? Maybe even thinking about reacting to him, because to a certain extent, as long as you got money to play, some of these guys will be more than happy to take your money. But of course, to your point, you don't necessarily want some obnoxious, asshole to be causing trouble at, a high rollers table. But
Right.
yeah, he is certainly redirected. He seems to be redirected, and he's just kind of, wherever he's hanging out
Playing along.
there. Yeah, fair enough.
Do they have a sign on any of the tables as to what the buy-in is?
I'll say over here the buy-in is 5,000 gold.
Okay.
Okay, that's gonna be rough.
Inventory. Crap, I'm close.
I have
So-
5K, but I won't have anything left if I were to buy in.
I mean, it was 1,000 to get in, so you know.
Well, I think he was probably keeping track of what his winnings were too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All in, including my winnings. If I were to buy into that 5,000, I'd have 1150 left.
That's
Okay.
a lot better than I would. I do not feel comfortable enough with sleight of hand to get away with anything. So, all right.
Okay. And
I will head back to the bar and I will actually hand off cash to Chance.
Oh, I have
Uh,
800 more than I thought. I'd have, if 5,000 buy in, I'd have 900 left.
So I
Okay.
will look at Chance, make another big deal, do like a bet through like flipping a coin, screw up the toss, lose the coin, and give him like another $4,000 to go and do what I know he's about to do. So he can at least get 2 chips at the $5,000 table.
all right, betting on a coin flip. You guys are degenerates.
Well, hey, I haven't gambled in something as measly as money in years.
I mean, I literally gambled my soul, so.
Huzzah!
It's just was it
all
pieces of
acting
paper
anyway
with
at this
people's
point.
faces on it. I was just watching that movie a couple weeks ago. Margin Call.
I don't understand why people were so unhappy. The paper wasn't upset being passed around like that.
And Daffodil, you're behaving yourself. You're just going around.
Absolutely not.
Is she at the Wyvern stables yet?
Yeah, I don't know if why she hasn't walked out yet. I don't understand.
There's so many cool sights and sounds and stuff here, and my diabolical brain got it turning.
Okay.
Yep. Um, Out of character for a minute, just spitball and quick talk.
Go ahead.
We can incite a riot. There is only 13 or 15 guard, no, sorry, 16 guard people I see around here that are hanging out around the VIP lounge. And then all the other people, we might be able to bribe or con because there's only like 2 guards at the very back. So in total,
Did
that makes like under 20 guards. And then there's
Did
a
you
hell of a
include the
lot
dealers?
more than us. Well, I hope the dealers aren't going to go. I didn't know which ones were the dealer people. I was assuming they were like these ones there.
Yep, that's
So,
exactly who it would be. Yeah,
all right, cool. I'm hoping they're going to
like
be
when you're
NPCs or anything.
including casino defense, include the dealers.
No, dude, like straight up. The 20 plus defenders are just the people that like what look like the dude I made depressed that I'm pretty sure that Daffodil can make not depressed if she just hands her all her money and be like, hey, let's cut the ruckus. I know. Like I said, I'm just spitballing crazy fucking ideas here, but if you guys want a distraction, I got quite a few ones. Other than that, I know she's probably gonna go for the funnest looking game, is what I said the last time. The table has the funnest looking people, the funnest looking game.
Yeah, I don't know why I made sure all the walls and everything was drawn, because
I,
I was
Yeah, I mean
waiting.
it's a mystery to me too.
It's all good. All right, so um, I didn't know what to quite to make of all that. I get that you are just right now seeing whatever a fun game is. So,
Um, and if
I,
need be, going to start a riot if she has to.
all right, I understand that you are considering starting a riot. Got it. Do you want to try dice? Do you want to try poker? Do you want to try something else? Like just keeping your
Um,
eye on things for now.
Roulette.
Seeing if
I
your
was
randomness is
thinking the
needed.
clinkety clankety sounds would probably like entice her over there. You know, like
Not to mention,
yeah.
if you wanted to start a riot, nothing starts a riot like jostling the table and shifting where everybody's bets are on that roulette table.
But I have to do it at the high stakes roulette. There is no high stakes roulettes. That's why, because yeah, no, that's exactly no. I remember casinos. Never mind. Yeah, roulette. The see, think yes, and then a
And
lot more of us.
what are the status on weapons?
Ah,
Weapons, I mean, generally weapons are frowned upon here, so you're not going in here fully armed or so
I am.
forth. If okay, so what are you trying to get into
I
here? Like a
am.
sword and such?
how we're big
No,
bags of gold we can knock people out with.
I can summon my weapon no matter where I am.
Yeah,
Oh
but
yeah,
they
that
already have
thing.
the
No, the
runes all
magic
over the
thing. The
place.
magic thing.
No
Yeah,
magic.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's not magic.
What, like Thor's hammer? It's just gonna come flying across the casino floor?
No, pact magic. It's pact weapon. It's not magic. You're not casting a spell.
We'll all deal with that if you're going to like pull a sword in the middle
Oh,
of this room.
hopefully that's not required.
Okay.
I was just curious since they're
Daffodil
talking
is in
about
the party. Just remember that.
starting a riot. I'm like, okay. Anyways,
There's about
Oh,
30
what's
guards in
this?
here.
Oh,
All
this
right.
is fun. How do I play?
I just have this picture of Daffodil like turning in circles on top of the roulette wheel.
Okie dokie. I
no,
am.
no daffodil. That's not a sit and spin.
Anything's a sin spin if you try hard enough.
All right, so you're going to
If you're
do.
brave enough.
If you want to do roulette before I switch back to chance, Daff, go for it. How are you going to bet this thing?
I know they told me to bet on black when I got here, so I don't know what that means, but I'm like bet on black.
How much you putting down on this?
I know, and the best way I could do this is on roll on the. How much is this? She puts down 24 gold on black.
Okay. Well, it's roughly a 50-50 chance. Let's see here. We'll just do this way. You know what? If you want to just do just roll a two-sided die. I'm not going to get into the whole, there's really a couple neutral colors. This is too hard to do. 50-50 is fine. A one will win, sure. So I'll say, sure, you win. So I'm going to guess that you might have made a few bucks out of that, right? Like you put up $24 on a single bet because you're just trying to see how things go. So I guess you win. I'll say you did a couple of different bets, and I say you got lucky. I'll just double your 24 and give you another 24 gold. You're just putting a gold here, a gold there. you win a few bucks back because you're not really trying. You're just kind of goofing around, and the other people around you are kind of a little annoyed by the whole thing because you don't seem to be a serious player, and you're just being, you know, I'll say you're not obnoxious enough right now to like, have the guards
Just
like,
being juvenile and frivolous.
right, right. The guards are like, you probably attracted the attention of them, and I'll say even pharmacist with his low rolls tonight is noticing that some of these guards over here around you are definitely keeping an eye out on you with your behavior, but uh, you're not losing, you're not winning, but the way you're going, you'll probably blow it somewhere, so they don't want to disturb you losing your money.
DM, can you make a roll for me and see if any of the guards have noticed if she's drinking anything? Like just like at all, or been to a bar, or just like her?
So you're trying to do like a performance check to make it seem like you're drunk, or
Not at all. No, no. I'm just like, what did the guards think about it? And it's like, is this person fucked up? Like, what's going on? Like, do they not know how this works, or are they just messed up? You don't actually have to do a roll. I was just trying to joke, but
no, it's
like,
fine.
not.
It's
But
only
yeah,
5%. How about that? Well, I guess that makes sense because it's a. I would say they don't think you're drunk. I mean, they kind of give you a look that you catch that just think that you are a little bit disturbed.
They're not wrong.
well,
So
after kind of like breaking even, she's just gonna go sit over at the this packed table here with all the people that looks like the people that she depressed, or maybe she thinks she cheered up.
okay, you can do that. And I'll say, chances you're walking over this table to try and see if you can buy in, or what are you up to over here with the near your target?
I'm kind of observing, trying to decide, see, because if they're like $5,000 buy-in, and like the bets on each hand are another $6,000, we're not going to be able to compete. So I'm watching.
No, I'll say they probably. I mean, the 5,000 just to make sure you can get to the table. I'll say that the buy-in might be. Buy-in's usually cheap, but for these guys, we'll say it might be 50 gold, right? But then they might bet whatever they bet, right? I mean, you know, and as you watch, I mean, yeah, I mean, because I'm tight. If I'd say the hands definitely go into the hundreds of gold per hand easily, and you don't see anyone winning big right now. But if someone thinks they have a good hand, the pot can definitely get into the thousands, not tens of thousands, but we'll say thousands.
All right. Well, if that's the case, then I will step in and in between hands, because obviously you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this person's stepping out. This person's like,
Oh,
man,
if she's
if you're
if she's
coming
stepping
in,
out,
if you're coming in, I'm out of here.
yeah.
I don't need to be any more cannon fodder tonight.
So
And
I'm gonna step in
they'll
here.
go get a drink.
I really want to be kind of like somewhere between those two tiles, so I'm close to the guy. I mean, you said that it was
Yeah, I
this
can do
guy,
that.
right?
Yeah, I think your whole
Shift.
shift. No, it's not.
Yep.
Damn it.
Shift gets you off of the grid.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
I just want to be, kind of close, but I don't want to crowd him because, well, that's impolite.
Only so many open seats.
Yep. Yeah, and they nod, and you put your chips down, and they're more than happy to have fresh meat, fresh blood at the table. It's all good.
Yeah, I just want to. Hopefully, they're not too good.
Yeah,
And
fair
then
enough.
hey, introduce myself around, and I'll not use my real name. I'll make up a name because, well, I'm
Okay.
not going to tell everybody
Chet
that I'm
Manley.
Chance.
Sir Chance.
Say you're Charlie.
Yeah, I might even use my real name because, well, Chance isn't my real name either.
There you go.
But
Charles.
you guys don't know if that is.
Well, you just told us, so now maybe we will.
Chance is an international man of mystery.
There
You're
you
like a
go.
Professor X. Charles.
Introduce myself as Bond.
Bond. James Bond. Okay. So, yes, well, welcome to the table, Mr. Bond. And, so, I mean, with your proficiency in dice, I mean, you certainly know how to play poker. That's not a problem. So, really, this is just coming down to trying to read the other players, right? Which, again, I would probably normally say wisdom for that. But again, this ties directly into your subclass where you're manipulating probabilities and understanding these type of things. So I'll let you use your charisma bonus for this. So,
All right. Is it a skill or is it just a straight up charisma?
unless you're telling me you're trying to cheat, I'm just going to go straight up charisma.
Not trying to cheat. I don't think I'm smart enough to card count. I'm playing the charisma angle. How well I can learn their tells,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yep, exactly right. So with that, we can make some rolls here. Why don't you make, a charisma check, and I'll have them do it as well. God dang it, I blew away these people. Yeah. All right, let's go back over here so I can get some. Boop, boop.
That's my finally proposed crazy idea is to like get close to the high
You can
realist
do
table to distract them with my obnoxiousness, so like Chance or whatever could get close to the mark.
You can do whatever you want. I mean, you have no real direct way of communicating with these folks.
Yeah.
So you can do it.
If you didn't notice, that was a 17 because I used the modifier.
Okay. And let me grab. This guy. Where are you at? You're up here, aren't you? That's annoying. Sorry, I'm trying to get one more spin and I can't find the person. Screw it. I'm just going to randomly pick somebody. I will randomly pick. Screw it. I'll just do the same person. This guy. That's good enough. So you were down. You had a 17. You said.
Correct.
Okay. I'll say that the person who's your mark has definitely won the most money. You and we'll say the guy across the table, you guys are pretty much even, whatever, in terms of dollars, and you're probably winning a little bit. And this dude over here to your other side, he is definitely not having a good day. So you're doing okay. You're keeping up. You seem like you belong here, right? You're probably playing above average poker right now. It's just that this dude is just doing a bit better for sure. So
Hey, I don't need to beat him. I just need to do well.
yeah, fair enough. And you're making a few bucks out of it.
Because the ultimate goal here is to friend zone, you know? Gotta make him a buddy.
Sure, if you want to try and small talk him, Mr. Charisma, why don't you do something along those lines? Like if you want to do, I mean, it could be performance or something like that. I mean, it's all +4 anyway. I think what you're proficient, you're not trying to intimidate him, I hope. So I think a straight charisma roll would be fine.
Default times to roll low.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's see.
You inadvertently do intimidate him.
I'll say that, I even do this as well. Hold on one second.
This is the first time I realized that until now, our whole crew, other than Daffodil, has been all charisma based. Because the Paladin, Chance, and then the Pharmacist, now
Yep.
Bud joined us. He's the only person that wasn't charisma based other than Daffodil. And Daffodil's supposed to be the wise one. No wonder we were giving him
That's
so much
so
shit.
much.
Dude, this campaign makes so much more sense now. Sorry to interrupt.
That's okay. You set me off just a thing in my mind. If I go back to when I played 1E, like charisma was almost always the dump stat, right? And now it's been like made popular over the years, and now I feel like intelligence is the dump stat. But anyway, I digress. Just thinking about how things have changed over the years when playing this game or games like
When
this.
finding all the things requires perception, which is wisdom, yeah, intelligence is definitely becoming a dumb stat.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing a wizard or, well, I guess a mechanist.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll say you spun a 9. He spun whatever he spun. He's not put off by you. It's only 1 less than a 10, which is, average-ish. So, he acknowledges you. He's not really looking to chat anything up, or at least for right now. So why don't we roll one more time for your card playing skills and see how it goes a little bit more further down the line. This is, yep. So, boop. Okay.
With that roll, if I can, if I could talk him if I get it into a bidding war, I'll spend the extra probability dice on that.
And give me one more. Where's my dude? There he is.
And then if this isn't working as far as making friends with him, I'll just wait. We'll trail him when comes out.
That's fair.
Already ahead of you.
Yep. I would say with that, Chance, you are starting to really soundly beat the table at this point. You're in a mode. You're on a run, whatever you want to say. You're in your zone. I would say this guy over here, he's ready to be done for the night. The guy over here, yeah, he is. You're definitely ahead of him now. You've had a good run. And I would say, this guy was doing pretty well now. And I'll say, let's see. Once. Dang it, Paul. There we go. And what did you spin before? What was your first spin? Just so I can find it. Was it like a
17.
17? I would say at this point, um, you're probably slightly ahead of your mark at this point, right? Because, yep, you definitely would be slightly ahead. But you're having a run of luck. He was doing well before cleaning out the other guy. Tables have turned a bit, but yeah. And I'll say the guy's chatting you up a little bit. It's like he just kind of turns and talks to you and is like, I mean, this guy's about to grumble and head off. And I'll say he's had enough, and he does so.
Yeah, it looks like the game's falling apart. Want to go grab a drink?
And this guy, he's ready to call it if other people are leaving. Let's see. God dang it. I forget I keep doing that. And he says, yeah, sure, why not? It seems you're right, this game is over. And this guy's like, yeah, I think we see who won tonight. I think I'm done for now. And he heads off. This person will just kind of peruse somewhere. May have a seat over here. And this guy's gonna go over and he sees some blackjack over here. He's just bored for right now. He's just gonna go there and play some light hands of blackjack. I mean, nothing all that. He's doesn't mind losing a little bit more money, but not enough to play a cheaper game. Let's put it that way.
Doesn't mind losing money, just not more to you.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Or if he loses, it's only in the hundreds instead of thousands.
All right. So, tip the dealer, and I guess we'll make our way over to a table, unless he wants to sit at the bar.
No, he's fine either way. A lot of tables look to be kind of taken by somebody, so he'll just go over to the bar over here.
Belly up to the bar.
And the guy's like, I don't recall seeing you around here before. You certainly
I'm just a traveler.
You certainly seem to have been to a few places of chance before. You handled yourself pretty well tonight at the table.
Yeah, I usually stick to dice, but
Okay.
Live a little.
Yeah, fair. What brings you to Harkesh?
Just going wherever the winds take me.
That's fair. That's fair. There's always something happening in this city for sure. It's a pretty busy one. One of the bigger cities probably in Midgard. So you could definitely find whatever action you want around here.
Yeah, I mean, I've done a little adventuring, a little gambling. Worked at a carnival for a while. Yeah.
Oh, you've been around quite a bit then.
Yeah. I've done good. Not left a criminal record anywhere I went. So.
Well, that's not necessarily always a bad thing in this in this country. I mean, with the wars going on and stuff, there's always a way to make a buck around here for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I see Thud is taking seats around the table. I saw Pharmacist zip past the table at some point. Yep, there he is up there. I got him.
Hanging out with the Duchess here.
Okay, that's fair. I assume Daffodil, you haven't gone nuclear yet. You're just going around and being
Hell, he's
friendly in your
vibrating.
own way. All right, Daffodil might be getting another hit somewhere, and that's perfectly fine.
Nope,
Uh,
no, not.
I'm just
I was just
saying.
muted. I was eating. Dinner was just finished, so
Oh,
um,
okay, fair enough, fair enough.
no, no. Yeah, she's not too much causing a disturbance yet. Actually, right now she's kind of probably trying to like lose herself in obscurity. You know, small stature, and like maybe see if she could just kind of like dip out and like hide underneath or behind all these people and stuff. Cause like,
Okay. Um, Chance, when you get a
So
second, get
kind of
just give
like
a performance check when you get a chance.
uh, performance is well. There you go.
Hey,
I did not lie. So that must have helped. I did
nah,
not lie to him.
fair enough. He's like, well, what's uh, what's your name?
Until I gave him the same name I gave at the table.
All right. Well, Mr. Bond, um, someone like you never know, might be needed in a town like this. If you're ever looking
Yeah,
for making a coin, I can see if I can set you up somehow.
yeah. I was fishing for him to tell me what his job is and maybe even where it is, because
Mm.
that's what that's what we're looking for, right? Because they don't even know where this location is. We don't even
Yeah,
know where it is. So kind of that's why I was kind of telling him a little little bit about me, so that hopefully he'll open up and tell us where we even need to go to find this place that we're looking for, without
yeah, fair
telling him
enough.
that.
No, no, I understand that. He, I'll say generally, he's like, yeah, I have some connections in, in the Empire, and if you're looking for something to do, I can definitely set you up.
Sounds great. And sounds like he wants to leave, so I will wish him a good evening, and then we will walk towards the door at the same time.
Okay. And he's like, yeah, the work I work, like I said, for the Empire, and um, I tried, I can't really say, what I do for the Empire, as you understand. Um, but I can certainly make inquiries and can find some work for someone like you. Um, is there anything that you specialize in, or are you more of um, a thief, an assassin,
Uh,
deal with other problems, monsters? What's your thing?
monsters, things that people that need bonked.
Ah, yes. There's always that going on around here for sure, especially in some of the outer realms that we recently conquered. Um,
Yeah, make acquisitions
okay,
if them should need be acquired.
okay. Um, yeah, I'll make some inquiries, and maybe if I find anything, I'll send for you. Maybe sometime in the next day or two. Are you staying anywhere in particular?
No, it just arrived into town.
Okay. Well, if I find anything for you, I'll just tell some. I'll come looking for you or one of my folk over in here. I'm sure
Yeah.
that won't be hard for you to find. It seems like you're a gambling man.
Yeah, you gotta. And if you have a recommendation for an inn of for a traveler such as myself.
Uh, yeah. There's a number of places nearby this casino that would be okay. Um, I would say the Fiery Dragon isn't necessarily a bad one. Maybe half a block from the entrance would be fine.
Okay, then then I will tell him if he should come upon needing of my assistance. Look for me there because obviously I can't be here all the time.
More than fair. The house always wins in the end.
Yes, it's just knowing when to quit.
Exactly right. All right. Well, you have a good night, and he'll head off.
All right.
Do,
So
do,
it
do,
all,
do.
and then I will head for the door myself. Not too close to him. I don't want him to think I'm following him because I'm actually not at this point. And then make sure to catch the eyes of everybody else as I head for the door.
Okay.
Uh,
I can't really see Daffodil, so I'm just kind of
hoping
hoping I'm hoping she notices because yeah.
Yep. I'll say that, she probably sees you and you probably see occasionally people looking annoyed from spot to spot and you can kind of, track her down.
Yep. And then I'll wait till we get outside, wait till everybody gathers together just a little way ways and say, hey, he recommended this, he might have jobs for us, and he recommended this inn down the street.
Okay.
So AKA made contact with the mark and he's going to come to us.
Very well
Well, that
done.
makes the rest of this evening easier.
Yep. And that's probably a decent spot to stop because it's getting close to 10:30. But I'll let you guys
Yeah.
wrap up.
Yep. That's pretty much it. I'm a gambler. How much should I come out ahead? I was 1150 ahead, but
Yep. I'm going to say, give me a second here. How do I want to do this? We'll
I expect my investment back,
say.
Chance.
oh, yeah. I never even recorded that into my sheet. So,
No worries, neither did I. So
yeah, and I'll spread the wealth too. So
So I'll say that.
no worries. Daffodil was gonna,
oh, don't worry, Daff.
disappear in between the crowd and just be like, I don't want these shiny tokens no more. They're
he gets a
useless."
shiny
Just
new
like,
button.
Yeah. She would just start like dropping all of her chips around, but like I was gonna play it off as she was like hiding, like not really trying to hide behind people, but just like it just turned out like people were like dropping things out of their pocket because no one could see how little Daffodil was in the crowded area, and the more things dropped, the more crowded it got. And then it could have just been easier for us to sneak away or for her to like sneak away and like tail the person because like, and all those like feet and like reaching down to grab all the little platinum chips or whatever, it would have been like, easier for
And
her to
don't
sneak away and tail them.
and don't worry, we'll hold on to Daffodil's share for her.
There you go. I'll say you made 21K. The other three had about 20,000 each. One guy got cleaned out. Another guy got mostly cleaned out. The other guy, the guy you're marked, held his own, right? So and still made some money. You made the most. So on or you have 21K plus whatever else you have to divide up. And Chance lived up to his name in the gambling hall as he should.
No.
Yeah, as soon as I heard gambling hall when you posted that in chat, I'm like, yeah, I'm so there. Um, so when we meet in the inn, I will hand everybody but Daffodil 5,000, and I'll hold on to Daffodil's 5,000, and then how much of the rooms? Well, how I will pay for them regardless.
Okay, I'll look up what the room costs, and it's probably nominal.
So you gave 5,000 each of us?
Yeah, pharmacist Thud, you got 5K, and I'm holding on to Daffodil. I'm holding on to Daffodil's 5K for her.
Daffodil, here's a lollipop. Yay!
The Daffodil
So I
Trust Fund.
So I did this persuasion check at the end because I was going to say, like, okay, are we tailing them? So the lady I'm standing next to, or the creature I'm standing next to, I was planning on having me and that person be outside of the casino talking and kind of like end the conversation when the dude came. But honestly, it sounds like it went a completely different direction. So, but I think that's where you ended up finding, like, I'm trying to now be the bard that I keep forgetting that I am in the game.
Little steps.
Baby
Little
steps.
steps. I'm working my way there.
Okay.
At some point, we'll find out that I'm Chance's father, I'm sure.
Daff already missed Phalar.
I think I got a legit laugh out of Paul on that one. I think he muted himself.
There you go. All right, folks. I is going to turn in before I have to track down other bullshittery at work tomorrow. So, y'all have a good night, and I will talk to you all soon.
Yeah, best of luck.